Hell yeah, guys, what is happening? The Capitalist here with DotaLive.net, and we're going to be casting the Absolute Legends qualifier. This is going to be Absolute Legends versus Keita, and joining me today is going to be Exiled from Team Believers. Exiled, how you doing today, man?
Dude, I'm great, man. I'm ready for some awesome Dota. I love both of these teams, so I guess we'll have to see what they do. How about you?
Yeah, we were just discussing how both teams are really hitting their momentum. AL, in the past, they haven't been the strongest. Let's be honest with it. They haven't been the strongest, but they just recently in this tournament they beat Mouse Sports. Mouse Sports definitely one of the top, in my opinion, top five teams, and
Okay.
they just took it. They beat Mouse, and so they have that momentum going for them. They beat a really strong team that I think a lot of people didn't expect them to take. Keita, on the other hand, they had I think they're on a two-game winning streak, but before that they'd lost three games. No big deal. But before that, they were on some monstrous streak. They were just crushing through teams left and right, just all over the place. So both teams have some pretty good momentum going into this match. So it should be pretty good. We're gonna see Lycan, Furion banned out by AL, and Syllabear and Chen being banned out by Kita. Now, Exile, I want to get your thoughts on with the recent introduction of Brewmaster and a couple other heroes. I mean, you've got Lycan, Syllabear, all of them we see a lot in the banning phase. Um, who do you think is still first pick worthy after we get through the banning phase? Like right now, is Brewmaster first pick?
A lot of teams, I know our team personally loves picking up Panda over any other hero just because his ultimate, if you're in the middle of a team fight, is possibly the strongest because you can't smoke away from it if you're in a team fight. So like his Cyclone and his Earth Throw Stun Rock thing are just two dominant CC factors throughout the whole fight. But if Panda's not available, we always aim for Invoker because our mid player plays a really mean Invoker.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. And Boger's definitely another one of those big pickups. Now, Brewmaster's still in the pool, choosing to ban out Tidehunter. It picked up the Leshrac, which is a very common first pick. Sometimes we even see him banned nowadays. He's just so utility or orientated. I mean, he could just perform
Uh,
a couple different roles. So he's the first pick for AL. We're gonna see Darkseer, and we're waiting on the second pick for Kita. But what do you think about it? Do you agree with Leshrac being a first pick? I'm completely
oh
backwards. Sorry, Darkseer
wow.
first pick, Leshrac Beastmaster picked up by AL. Sorry, I was. So
Okay.
what do you think, Darkseer over Leshrac?
Well, I don't know Keita 100% too well, but I know that generally if you're picking Darkseer, you're looking for more team fight oriented lineups rather than if you pick Lesh, you're generally aiming for more of a push slash lane control kind of game.
Hmm.
So my assumption is that Keita is definitely going to go more with like team fight, like just dominating throughout the mid game, fighting 5-on-5s rather than pushing and just winning early game lane control.
Right, we're gonna see Shadow Demon picked up as. And would you say that Shadow Demon is the best support? I mean, obviously, different supports for
Oh,
different roles, but overall, you think Shadow Demon's probably one of the top supports right now?
my team and I always have this conversation. I think we pretty much come out to believe that Shadow Demon is the best support. Like he can counter initiate, he can initiate. His image, like his disruption, is just so powerful. Pretty much eliminates any hard carry as long as the Shadow Demon micros them on the other team, like on the enemy team. He is a very, very strong hero.
Now, presumably, they just picked up AM for Kita, and that forcing AL to pick up a Brewmaster. Now, Brewmaster over, say, something that's a bit more, I would argue, who counters Anti-Mage a little bit better, which is, I mean, I guess they countered them in different ways. Brewmaster is very early, can force a lot of team fights, and just through being able to initiate just so flawlessly with the Brewmaster, helps you push when you start winning those team fights. So,
Right.
I guess the idea ending the game early, and getting in those team fights to force AM and keep him
Yeah.
down. But
Right.
what do you think, Brewmaster over Riki? Because they can't really go for him now. After they picked up the Brewmaster.
I mean, I guess it's more of a like whatever the team's comfortable playing rather than trying to like counterpick a specific hero. Counterpicking doesn't always work 100%. It's like more of a if your team feels comfortable playing it, that's generally what you should go with because you're obviously going to play better as long as you have that confidence factor. And I mean, in
Right.
AL's like in their team fight, Anti-Mage probably isn't going to do much because first off, they're going to have Drunken Haze on top of Anti-Mage the whole fight, I would assume. And he's not going to be able to do anything. Like, he's going to go around trying to hit people and miss all the time without a BKB. There's going to be Panda ulti, which can cyclone him throughout the whole fight. I mean, there's a Beastmaster Roar if necessary. There's an Earth Stun. And then, I mean, they still have two other picks. So I don't think they're necessarily trying to counter the Anti-Mage too much. I don't think they're worried about it right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, it seemed like Keita, especially since they picked up Shadow Demon. I mean, like you said, Shadow Demon's a great support, but he's also known to be, the best support when it comes to countering Animage. He's just so good at it, and the fact they picked him 2-3 seems like they're sort of fully committing to this AM. We're going to see Enchantress and Enigma banned out by Keita, so taking away that jungler and also some really good potential team fight, which could just absolutely destroy Animage. And we're going to see Queen of Pain and Windrunner, so there goes your suicide lanes.
So, yeah.
Well, actually, I mean, really, I mean, if you look at Keita, normally you would see Darkseer in the suicide lane, unless he wants to go jungle this game, which we haven't seen in a while. It's more popular to have him in suicide lane. So I guess AL just banned out potential solo mids, I
Yeah.
guess. I mean, Queen of Pain does it. You don't see Windrunner do it very often, but she can.
I definitely think that Darkseer's going suicide lane. What I actually think Kita's gonna do, I'd assume is that they're gonna dual lane mid and dual lane top, and then have Darkseer solo bot. As generally, if you see an anti-mage, he can be tri-laned, but he's not a very strong tri-laner in my opinion. Like, you can't really kill him, but he doesn't provide that much to a team fight rather than just like blinking around.
Right, right.
So, I'd assume right now that they're probably just gonna do dual mid, dual top, and then a solo Darkseer bot, based off the picks as of now.
Yeah, I think I agree, and I really agree with what you were saying about having him in a dual lane. Though with Shadow Shaman, I mean, normally
Yeah, I
we see
don't.
Shadow Shaman in a solo lane. We don't usually see him in a dual lane whatsoever. So
Yeah, that is. Wasn't expecting that too much.
yeah,
I guess
maybe they're
that's
gonna
more to
pick up.
counter this Panda.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of disable. You're right. A lot of disable take out Panda, but unless they either have to do a tri lane here, really guarding AM a bunch, or they have to pick up some sort of jungler, or do a dual lane with Shadow Shaman. We haven't seen that. Um, I can't think of the last time I even saw a Shadow Shaman actually in a game.
Earlier
Uh,
today, I was watching the Tough Bananas, I believe. I don't remember who they were
that's
playing. Oh, they
right.
were playing
Yeah.
Quanic, and they did a dual lane Rasta, and then it ended up working out really well. Actually, I didn't think it would work too well, but
Really, was it some
they
sort
wound up
of like melee
CC.
initiator, like Sand King or Shaker? Who they
It might
duel
have been
in?
Sand King. I was
Yeah. Okay.
I came into the middle of the game. I just know that's what they were doing, and they had Sand King and Rasta down there, I believe. And he just maxed out his Shackle and Hex rather than Lightning, and he just CC'd the whole lane the whole time, and it was actually really interesting to watch.
Hmm.
So different kind of Rasta that I'm normally.
All right. Well, we're waiting on the final picks from AL, and I think they're just gonna have to fully commit to this pushing slash winning the mid game when it comes to team fight. And Vengeful Spirit will definitely help out with that, and it's also gonna help out when they start scaling into the late game. I mean, Panda, in my opinion, really isn't the best of carries. I mean, he can. I say he fills all roles. But I think carry is one of his weaker roles. I mean, just because he has that
Yeah,
third skill, which is a dodge and critical, doesn't necessarily mean he's a great carry. Would you agree with that?
I'd agree 100%. He's definitely more of a mid-game team fight kind of hero
Mm.
rather than just trying to rely on him late game. It's not going to work out for you 90% of the time.
Right. So we're probably going to see. Do you think another support hero for? Are we going to see a jungler, a support hero to do a tri-lane panda, or maybe some sort of dual lane? Maybe pick up Sand King and having a Sand King Lash lane. I mean, Sand King.
I'd say Sand King Lash is probably
Uh,
realistic. I'm not too sure. Like, like I said, I haven't watched either team play in a while, so I don't know their specific play style. I know if we were picking right now, we'd pick more of a like aggressive, like kind of ganker. So Sand King would generally like we'd be looking at Sand King, maybe Sven to lane, and we might even pick up CM to lane with Panda, and then just do VS Lash, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say because right now they do have that aura stacking, which typically we see that with more like heroes like Shadow Fiend, heroes that Ursa,
Wow. Okay.
jungling Ursa, I guess.
That is a
Weird.
jungle Ursa.
Absolute Legends pulling out something pretty interesting. I mean, I've seen plenty of jungling Ursas. You know where I've seen them all in
Pubs.
pubs. Yes. But Absolute Legends, they must think they have something to work out here. I mean, it's not he's not a terrible jungler by any means. He just, he takes a little bit. He needs some items, and they're on the Radiant side as well, which is a bit of a problem when it comes to Roshan. You're really stretching yourself out because against a team like Keita, clearly they know that Ursa is going to be able to take Roshan very quickly, and they're going to keep an eye on that. And then having the dire advantage where they have two towers that are super close to Roshan is, they can easily defend that. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, but
I kind of like the pick in a sense, though, in the way that like, I don't know exactly how they're gonna lane this because I don't think he's going to the jungle. I mean, he could, but I'm not 100% sure that they would put him there because Snoopy generally is just an AFK like farm in the lane kind of player. And they don't really have a lane to counter him. Like, I think if they dual lane him against the Darkseer, he's gonna end up getting all the farm. Because they're not, like, Scourge is definitely, or Dire's definitely not gonna put their tri-lane bot.
sorry about that, guys. I still had the captain's mode. I'm off. This is like my first day working with XSplit since my new computer. So sorry about that. I had the captain's mode scene up because I'm a noob when it comes to camera work. Jesus. Anyway. Sorry, I had to get that out of here. Anyway, it looks like they were just like sort of three-manning top. Just, I don't know. I think they thought they were going to just check the first for blood, but Keita was doing the same thing. So, it looks like we are going to see.
Yeah.
The battle begins.
They're gonna have VS Ursa bot, and Ursa's just gonna farm, and Darkseer's not gonna be able to stop them. And Panda less should win middle against whatever they're putting mid. Like, I can't think of a reason as to why they wouldn't get absolute domination.
Well, I don't know. I think Darkseer could do pretty well. I mean, right now he already has the Ion Shell. He's going to put it on one creep, and then he's going to do that whole. Once the creep wave gets there, he's going to have two Ion Shells up, and that means Ursa is just going to like take a lot of damage whenever he goes and tries to get last hits, which he can't just ignore them, you know. So at least at first, it's really going to hurt.
Oh yeah,
Ursa's
like,
farm
right now. Going in for a first blood.
Oh my goodness, double damage at bottom. He's gonna be just fine, but that really does suck that he's gonna take that much damage. Lust is actually fully committing to that. He's fully committing to his first blood. Niqua trying to do nice little dodging into the jungle. Last hit first blood gets picked up by Lust. Nice job. So he
really
does pick up. That was definitely worth it. I mean, first blood always worth it to trade yourself for. That was just pretty risky. I was really surprised he was ready to dive that tower.
Yeah, not. That was really close.
And right now it's just going to be the Shadow Shaman and Earthshaker laning with Beastmaster. And poor Beastmaster is going to get locked on while Wall Leader just kind of beats on him for a little bit. So what do you think about the fact that they're giving Shadow Demon, like he's middle right now? What was?
I think they're lane swapping. Yeah, I think they're letting Rasta solo mid now and just putting SD top and having SD babysit rather than Rasta.
I was about to say, because that seems to make a lot more sense to me. Right now, Snoopy isn't really getting a whole lot of farm. He's just trying to force Darkseer away from getting levels.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of like, as soon as Venge, like, if Venge stays right there, Darkseer, the only thing Darkseer can do is level 1 Ion Shell creep. And I mean, he can put it on another creep every 10 seconds. I think that's the cooldown. But when Snoopy gets his Ring of Health, there's pretty much no way that Darkseer can control this lane or get any farm whatsoever, because that Ion Shell is going to stay at such a low level with Venge sitting there that the Darkseer is not going to be able to do anything.
Alright, let's go over CS right now. We got, right now, 6-1 on Animage, 11-1 on Quick, so at least Quicks is doing alright. Meanwhile, Shaitan on Absolute Legends, 14-5 on that Panda, so Snoopy, unfortunately, is going to start picking up his CS here now that he stopped zoning Niqua out of lane.
Right. Lust is just sitting on him so hard. He's just staying right there, ensuring that Ursa wins. That's a good play. That's all he has to do.
So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of action from these lanes at first. Maybe, oh, nice little attempted block in middle, but unfortunately, Nagaraya. Nagaraya? Yeah. I'm going to call it that.
Nagaraya.
Missed out on that block just barely. Nice little attempt, though. He could have done a decent amount of damage with Shadow Shaman.
Yeah. These lanes are really passive. These are just more like farm, and Ross is just going to try to get levels. Oh, another almost good block. Shaker there.
Yeah, but we should see a lot of action in the mid game, and once these heroes start getting their basic items and we start transitioning out of the laning phase, I think we'll see a lot of action back and forth.
Oh, most definitely. Whenever Ursa gets a little bit of farm, I think he's going to start roaming rather than farming. And whenever Panda hits 6, there's going to be a lot of just solid roaming going on, I think.
Nice job by Bleak. They did a nice little pull to that harder creep camp, but he stole a lot of it with axes. He's actually in a bit of trouble with disruption, and he is going to go down here. Wall Eater, there's no way he's going to get out. Wall Eater could just keep chasing him. So very well done. Unfortunately, grabbing that CS put him a little bit in too much danger, and he stuck around a little bit too much. So quick scrubs the invis up at top, and Earthshaker starts moving into middle, but I don't think they can really make anything happen without... First of all, they have to go on Leshrac, and that requires somehow separating Leshrac from that Panda. And until Shadow Shaman hits level 6, that is. Once he hits level 6, then I think they can start getting some kills. But otherwise,
it's just really passive. Like you said, there aren't many in mid lane. Either team can't afford to go on either set of players, because if you end up going on one and playing a little bit too aggressive, both teams can end up just turning it instantly with the skills they have.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since Lesh is maxing lightning every 5 seconds. That's a 150 damage nuke. Well, it's interesting to see that he's going to Edict as well. So just one in everything.
Yeah, I'm interested to see why do you think the Shadow Shaman pick up over, say, I mean, it's not nearly as possible. Oh, man. They actually picked up the kill at bottom. Darkseer making a bit of a mistake there. That can't really happen to your suicide lanes. I mean, I know it sucks not being able to get XP, but you just can't afford. Uh-oh. Up at top, Bleak, taking a bit of damage. He got disrupted. Nice block. Wow. Unfortunately, Wall Eater's on the other side, but he's still hitting over the... Oh, my goodness. What a great play by Nagaraya.
I deliver the
death.
Going back to my question, I know it's not as common. We haven't seen it actually for a really long time. I'm kind of surprised. But Lion solo mid. Why do you think Shadow Shaman over say Lion solo mid? I mean, it's not like they're going to be pushing a whole lot. The very most I think is they're going to be taking a couple tier 1s, but other than that, they're going to be feeling the pressure, and I don't think they're going to be able to push a whole lot. It's just turtling until AM wins the game for them, pretty much.
I think Lion is more of a... Rasta's better of a late game hero. If it actually gets to late game, I think Rasta is better, because he has, let's see, total, he has 8 seconds of CC, as though where Lion has maybe 5, I want to say, with stun and Hex.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Finger Death is it's a useful ulti to burst, but I think wards could even be seen as another CC depending on the hero they're dropped on, if it blocks them, they're trapped position wise until they kill the ward. And then on top of that, it's just Rasta has a better attack animation, I think, personally, and he's definitely more likely to win mid over a line. It's just there's a lot of factors to it, I think, and I think Rasta's overall just better. Especially if somebody tries to gank him. Oh, another kill on bot. Wow.
I keep missing those just because I'm assuming that Darkseer is just going to be just fine at bottom. I'm not wrong in saying that Darkseer shouldn't really be dying in this lane, right? I mean, you're talking about 1 stun versus Surge.
I think what happened was Lust smoke. Oh no, Lust didn't even smoke on that kill. I'm not sure how he got it off. But this is kind of what I was saying. Now that Snoopy has all the farm he wants. Darkseer is trying to get levels when he should actually go to the jungle, I think, and just jungle. But he's trying to get levels and he can't because Ursa and Vind is just... That's a really strong combination. Like, it might not seem like it, but if he gets one stun off, that Darkseer is gonna die no matter what. Just because of Fury Swipes and Overpower.
Well, I mean, I guess I would think it would require Ursa to be really close when that stun goes off. Otherwise, it's just he's gonna run up, and he might get like 2 hits off, but then there's gonna be and that's gonna be during the surge animation, and then I would think he would just be able to get away.
See, I haven't been looking at the kill, but Lust might have blocked him up until Ursa got there, and Ursa has phase boots, so it's not really hard for him to get there.
Yeah.
At this point now, like earlier, I don't think he should have died at all, but
yeah,
Ursa's
phase boots definitely changes things a bit around. Nice little counter ward going down, and like you were talking about, how there's Darkseer should probably jungle. They're now 3-manning bottom, so hopefully they can get a kill on Ursa. Nagaraya has the opportunity to block him off wherever he goes. Now Snoopy turning around Nikwa, they have to throw a disruption goes out, and they're gonna just block him against the wall. And he is gonna go down, so nice job. That was a little bit close for Nikwa there.
Somehow Darkseer he drops in 4 attacks from Ursa. That is absurd amount of damage early game.
I think that the Twitch TV chat is bugged, by the way. We were having some troubles with it earlier, so I'm not sure what about that is what's going on, but anyway, back to the game. Sorry, what you were going over earlier, how Darkseer, could jungle. He's gotten little levels. He's done what he can pretty much in this lane.
Right.
Beastmaster, here's the opposite. Beastmaster has done what he can in lane, and he started stacking the Ancients already, because that's what a Beastmaster does in Suicide Lane, because he can do that.
Exactly.
He can clear those. So, while Darkseer could jungle, the same exact applies to Bleak, who can stack Ancients and clear them later. So, that just goes to show the difference in play. We're going to see the Bleak getting jumped on a little bit. Nice little block off by Nagaraya. Is that going to block him off? No, he barely misses out. That's really unfortunate. He probably would have easily picked up a kill there, especially with Quicks coming in. Quicks in a little bit of trouble now. They're trying to get the stun off. The stun actually does go off, and we're going to follow up by Slow. Quicks in some serious trouble. There goes the Panda ulti. Nice block. He might get a counter kill on Lust. Lust is trying to break his way out. Godot goes to help him, but yeah, he is going to get out. So nice play. Very smart thinking. Immediately attacking the wards, and then even Godot coming out over to help him out just in case.
Definitely. Oh man, if you look at bot lane, Darkseer's just staying so far back, like in the actual laning phase. It's just Ursa has him 100% beat at this point. Mid lanes, I think they're gonna go for the tower. Lesh is maxing Edict now.
Now, is it just like that physical burst damage? I mean, I remember when Ursa wasn't really picked up at all in Dota 1, and the first time I saw him at a really big game was, we got some action at bottom, and action at top. He's just chasing Nikwa again, and he's going to go in with the base boots, and he can't even surge. Oh, he's going to have to pull out some epic jukes here. Oh, he gets away. Nice job. We're going to see a Purge coming out from Shadow Demon. They start jumping on him, and he is going to go down, presumably Snoopy. All we're doing is waiting for the stun. There it goes. Nice job.
Snoopy getting really cocky right there.
Yeah,
that's the kill.
I mean, diving that long, you're going to have some form of teleports in. That was still really close. Really nice juke into the jungle by Nikwa. But anyway, going back to the first time I saw Ursa in a really good competitive game after he'd been out of the scene for a really long time was against a Storm Spirit. And he went for Blink, and it was that burst physical damage that just popped the heroes really quickly. You think, and I would say, we're gonna see some action. Middle Quicks is gonna go down here. There's no way he can get out. Absolutely none. Really nice initiation. Shaitan does have his Blink dagger, so that's real fast. 11.5.
Fast Blink.
Very well done.
Wow.
But is that just to like pop the Animage, you think? Is just jump in and do maximum amount of burst physical damage really fast?
I think that's the only reason they picked him.
Yeah.
It's also like he's one of the heroes. He's one of the very few heroes that's, considered a carry, I suppose, that Shadow Demon's not really useful for. Like, if he disrupts as Ursa, there's not going to be much that Ursa illusions do as to where, because they're just melee. You just run away from them. They don't do that much damage.
But a lot of Ursa is based around really bursty damage. Wall Eater is going to drive in for this tower. The glyph gets popped. He's going to have to run away, and the tower is going to be denied by Bleak. Very nice job baiting out the tower to do his maximum amount of damage to Wall Leader, and then also guaranteeing himself the deny. Very well done. Great play. And right now, unfortunately, Wall Eater really needed that. He really needed that extra gold because he's working towards that Battle Fury, but it is 13 minutes in, and he only has the Perseverance right now. He's about to pick up one of the weapons here, but still, he's rather far behind. CS score 81 and 28.
It's funny that he has the highest CS.
Yeah, he has to have something in Courier, because I don't know.
I think it's the fact that he just went treads.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, I didn't see that. He does have treads. Bottom action going on. Big handled. Gonna pick up 2 kills. Very nicely done.
I think they're gonna end up probably getting a tower out of it too. Maybe mid with Leshrac or bot.
Yeah, I traded a
Good
tower
fight.
for 2 kills there, but unfortunately, like you said, that means Absolute Legends picking up 2 kills, and they're already grouped up at bottom. They had the opportunity to push in, but it looks like they're just gonna leave Ursa to farm away, which Ursa has been doing very, very well.
There's Vlad's now.
Well, what's the CS at? 61 and 19. So after he stopped forcing Darkseer out of lane, he's been getting kills, and that dive really hurt him quite a bit. But besides that, he's been CSing relatively well. Middle is going to go down here. Shaitan blinking in onto Niqua. Nice little stun coming out from Beastmaster right as the surge went off. Great job. Very well done.
Nice track.
On that.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, those 2 kills they got at bot. I mean, they traded it for a tower, but then Keita wasn't in position to defend that middle tower at all. So they lost the hero, and AL took the tower kill. And then all the meanwhile, I mean, AM's still free farming and Ursa's still free farming, so
Yeah.
the battle of the carries.
The Ancients are being cleared right now by Beastmaster. He's going to go heal up and then go finish those off. So that'll be a really nice influx of gold for him. He's working right now towards that pipe. Already has the headdress as well as mana boots. So he's going to be getting a really fast pipe for his team, and that is definitely going to help him out. And other than that, items, I don't see a whole lot. Animage just needs that extra item for the Battle Fury. But other than that, I don't see a whole lot. Ursa, of course, with his phase boot Vlads, and I'm sure he has a bit of gold on top of that, 1,000. So really now at any point he can do Roshan. It's just going to be, he has to wait for an opportunity, and I don't think he's going to be able to smoke and do it at any point. I think that's going to be way too dangerous for him.
Oh, now that it's a competitive level game, I think what they're going to try to do is get a team. They should team fight bot, especially since they're still in the lead, and take the tier 1 tower, maybe tier 2, and then just do it as a team. I think it's a lot safer, a lot more. Like, I think that's they excel in team fights right now. I don't think there's any way they could lose, especially with no Darkseer wall, no Earthshaker ulti. Oh, well, he just picked it up. No, he didn't. He skipped over ulti. So
interesting. I wonder if that was a bit of a misclick. I mean, I know it feels like sometimes when level 6 your ultimate isn't, that useful. There's not a whole lot of opportunity for you to get a good one, but
right.
Still, if that opportunity does show up and you don't have it, it's like, oh, I mean, come on.
Really wish
Especially
I had
since
it.
he has mana boots. Like he without those mana boots, yeah, he has a really low mana pool, and half the time he won't be able to cast both spells. But since he has mana boots, he definitely has the mana for it. Shaitan picking up the double damage, blinked right into it. Now they're trying to jump on him though before he can pop his ultimate. Nice little swap. The ultimate does go off. They're going to turn it on quick. Godot is just fully committing to that one, even though he has the poison on him. Snoopy's going to be able to clean up all those wards. Free money. That was like a mini tower when it comes to gold right there.
That's a little bit of a misplay.
So quickly.
Vince swapped the Panda out right as he ultied, so Panda ulti wasn't that useful. And then on top of that, SD disrupted his own teammate, I guess, in an attempt to try to save him, but it ended up backfiring and just killing him in the end.
Yeah. Alright, well, looks like AL is going to put a little pressure in the middle, but unfortunately the tower is already gone. I know Ursa's going to be able to put a great stop to Animage, but you would think since he just picked up Battle Fury, should they try and keep pushing and force put pressure that way, or actually Godot is going to go down here? He just got the purge. Swap actually goes out. It is going to save him. Very nicely done. Niqua is now in trouble. Shadow Demon went down. Niqua Has to run away with the surge. Very nice save by Lust. Great swap, saving Godot, because otherwise he was definitely going to go down there with the purge and everything else hitting on him. Just way too much.
Oh, Ursa has his blink now too.
And so, yeah, okay, they're probably just waiting for that blink, and now they're going to start putting a stop to...
And now they're just gonna probably roam, like they're gonna sit on top of the anti-mage with Venge and Ursa.
Stacking their stuns, they might not get the kill on... they don't. Wall Eater gets out. Snoopy does pick up the kill on Shadow Shaman at the very least. Nice little blink in. Oh, the double damage finishes him off. And Nikwa, who used the surge on Earthshaker, gets taken out, and now they take 3 heroes. And on top of that, they can go do Rosh now. They forced a fight right around Roshan, and that means free free Aegis.
That's exactly what I was talking about. They didn't even have to take the tower. They just catch Keita out of position a little bit, and there's no way they can lose a team fight. Earthshaker kind of wishes he had his ulti there, I'd imagine. Probably would have stunned him for a little bit, but he didn't. So AL capitalized, and they get a Rosh out of it too. And they're gonna take bot tower, I think. Because Godot's definitely going down there right now.
Yeah, I mean, the way the game's going right now, I mean, look at the gold graph right now, 4,000 in lead for the Radiant. It just goes to show you they're going to have to do some serious turtling. I mean, I know AM has his Battle Fury, that's great. Battle Fury treads, but I think it's going to be quite a while. He really needs Manta in order to beat up on Ursa. Otherwise, he's just going to keep getting jumped on, and there's going to be no, pretty much, if he can't blink, there's going to be no way for him to get out.
Definitely. It's kind of funny. Beastmaster actually went mech instead of pipe.
Really? I mean, I just, you know, mech was, of course, an option since he had the headdress, but typically you see pipe on him.
I definitely would have thought pipe over mech as well, just because of the Earthshaker and Darkseer. Like, that would have completely countered wall and ES damage. Meanwhile, tower bot and kill bot are Ursa less.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, I guess, oh, Shaitan actually jumping in now, using the blink, going in. He's going to pop the ultimate, but he's really far away. He's going to have to use the Storm Panda in order to hit a nice cyclone. There it goes, and he's just going to purge it and get the stun off, and Quicks is definitely done for. I mean, that just goes to show, you don't even necessarily have to use the Panda ulti in the middle of it. It's also great for chasing.
Yeah, once that Storm Panda, that power of it is just, it is so strong all throughout the game. Like
yeah, I mean, a 6-second cyclone that you can also purge, you know, rather ridiculous. Keita, they do pick up the tower at top tier 2. Shaitan was going to go for the deny, but missed out on that. He's actually in a little bit of trouble now. He's actually really low, and the vacuum goes off, and there goes the ulti. Wall Leader picks up that kill. And so they pick up a tower and take out the Panda Brewmaster. That's a nice little comeback for Keita. Definitely does not put them anywhere near neutral gold, but it is helpful for considering what's been happening. Towers going down left and right, getting picked off. 15-7, 20.5 minutes in. AL, I mean, this is really their time to shine. They can't get too much stronger, in my opinion. Would you agree?
I think they might wait for Ursa's heart, because he already has his Reaver. He is really farmed. He's not too far off from his heart, maybe 2k gold, and they're looking really strong right now, Absolute Legends. So Keita needs to make a move quick, or else I think AL is just gonna start stomping them soon. Just with the amount of farm they have on them, the amount of like the levels they have is quite significant too.
I was about to say I was just thinking they were just gonna pick up the. I was focused on the Panda Aghanims.
I didn't even notice how close he was to that.
But yeah, the Ursa Heart that's a big pickup as well. And as soon as they hit those 2 items, I think that's when they're going to be the strongest. And then they're going to be extremely strong. It's just going to be insane how well they're going to be able to take out Keita. But at the same time, they're racing a little bit at a time. Animage is going to be able to outcarry, I think, in the very, very late game. But as it stands right now, the way AL is playing, you know, they have plenty of time. They have a good half hour before they are really in trouble, I think. Getting swapped, Keita, Wall Leader, having to blink away, but he is going to go down. He blinked away, but all those blinks, I mean, you have swap, and then you have 2 blink daggers. And on top of that, you add in a Beastmaster ultimate. I mean, that's another signature counter AM move.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle
Bleak's
tower
also
is
not
under
far off
attack.
from Eggs too. The range on that is going to be
Dire's
absolutely
top tower is
ridiculous.
under attack.
Ale's just, they're taking it to him right now.
Yeah,
Radiant's
it is.
I don't think there's any way they can
something like
stop him.
800, right?
800 range.
top
It's
tower
either
is
800 or
under
1,000, I believe. It is a really long range.
Yeah, like you can initiate like outside of nighttime fog. It's just so gay, really. But yeah, I mean they don't need the pipe. I mean, getting that fast
Dire's
mech,
top tower is under attack.
they're winning team fights, and now they're going to be able to take this tier 2 at top. And I don't think Keita. I mean, it's going to go down before they're even positioned to defend.
Dire's top tower
But
has fallen.
when it comes to like the bottom tier 2 tower, I'm not sure if they can defend that one either. I think they just have to farm away and hope that Animage is able to get some get his Manta fairly soon. Which right now he has Vlad's and Yasha. What do you think about that Vlad's pickup?
I mean, it's really common in the European scene to pick up a Vlad's on AM. This game, I don't know personally. Like, I don't know how I feel about it because he would have already had his Manta right now, and I think that would have helped him out a lot more than a Vlad's would have. But a lot of AMs just do it because, I mean, the lifesteal, and it's really good to like split push with. Like right now, he can put a lot of pressure on bot lane, or like he was, and they don't really have a stop to it until their team TP's back, and then they just kill him instantly.
Yeah, I was about to say, I wasn't even thinking about the fact that it adds to split pushing. I was more focused on the fact, because normally, I normally see either Battle Fury or Vlad's early on. One of the two. Like, if you're getting crushed early on, like in that laning phase, and you cannot get your Battle Fury very fast, you go Vlad's and you do the jungle, and you're much safer there. It's going to slow down your farm. You're not going to do nearly as well as Battle Fury would. But it's much safer, much more guaranteed farm. And you can get it much faster than Battle Fury. But
Right, in that sense, it's really useful. It's just the armor and the lifesteal it provides to his creeps is the reason why it's seen for split pushing. Why it's okay.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think about it for those reasons. And really, keeping up the pressure and split pushing is probably the best thing you can do right now. Like,
Exactly.
like I were talking about how they're probably gonna have to sacrifice the tier 2 at bottom, middle. Snoopy getting a little kited there. I like it. Shaitan jumping in. He's going to be able to blink away, though. The question is, Snoopy, is he going to be able to catch up on anybody? No, he won't. We're going to see teleports at bottom. They drew the attention middle, and now they're going to be able to defend the bottom tier 2 because of that nice little vacuum, and using the ultimate even to pop the Leshrac. So very nice. I like that. Really good strategy coming out from Keita. They know they can't force a 5-on-5, so instead of sitting back and farming, they split push really hard. And then once they try and defend a tower, they just teleport out and force a fight where they have a numbers advantage.
Right, and that's what they need to do. But at this point, I think...
Oh,
there's
no.
the X on Beastmaster. The range on that is just longer than a Venge swap. As I don't actually know if that's true, but that is a long range ulti.
I think you're right. I think it is 1,000.
It is right now.
Of course, they don't give us the numbers, and I have to look it up online because I don't remember. But I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and I think it's just about the same, a little bit farther range than Venge level 2 swap, which is rather ridiculous. So 1,000 or 1,100 is what I would say.
And the cooldown on it too. Oh, Panda's ulting and getting a double kill, I think. Maybe
Yeah, Nikwa is in some serious trouble, but Shaitan does not have the mana to keep going. But who cares? Bottom is getting destroyed right now. The tower already at half health. Matt's ping's coming in. Keita really needs to get in front of this before the tower goes down. Snoopy is they're probably just gonna back up. No, they're committing. They're gonna go for this tower, oh, there goes Nagaraya. Hits a big ultimate on both of them, but it doesn't matter. They're too strong. AL has too much farm. They're turning around. Quicks is in some serious trouble. He gets the disables off. They're trying to finish off Snoopy, but he has heart and Aegis. Swap coming out from Lust. They do finish off Quicks. And now, if they want to, they can keep going. But instead, they just pick up the 2 kills and they're going to back off. They don't want to force another 3-on-3 where they're at half health. So, maybe? Oh, man.
Like, you just see there the power of the Ursa heart. Oh, 950.
950. Thank you, Azu, for looking that up. So, almost 1,000.
Right, and the Beastmaster eggs gave them another roar inside of that fight. Like, they picked off the anti-mage first, and then they had it up again in the middle of that fight. And
he couldn't even disrupt or get a stun from Earthshaker in time to save him. 3 hits. Killed him. And they're jumping on him, but he has Aegis, and I think the Aegis is almost done for. Earthshaker's gonna go down. I think he just wants to throw it away at this point, but he can't. He's too strong.
They can't stop him. He has a heart. It's just, he has 2.6k HP right now. Like,
Yeah, there's about a minute left on that Aegis, so he doesn't care if he dies right now. He's like, please, do it. So he should be able to blink away as long as he's able to get it. Can he blink? Oh, he doesn't get it off. They get an attack off, but he's just going to run away, but he's going to go down anyway. His teammates are not in position to help him out whatsoever. Panda didn't have an ult, and I think that was the main reason they didn't continue forcing that fight.
Like, it takes all of Keita to bring down that Ursa, like, every single skill. Like, he's just so tanky at this point.
Yeah.
If his team is there, I don't know what they're gonna do to stop him. I don't know what they can do to stop him.
Jumping on Wall Eater. Meanwhile, Beastmaster hits a roar on the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon, nice little disrupt, but he's gonna go down anyway. Meanwhile, Quix is getting targeted by Godot. Couple more hits. Get in range of that ultimate. He does pick it up. Edict goes off. Now Earthshaker teleporting back. Has to get outside of that fight where AL has taken control. But a 2-for-2 exchange. But more importantly, they killed the Ursa. So that is definitely oh my goodness. What is that?
They're gonna come out on something.
Sorry about that. Godot getting so low. Wall Eater trying to finish up. He does not continue chasing Godot, however. There goes the blink, but he's not going to be able to find him. He's going to have to back up. And, oh man, he pops the Manta, and he's going to go full out for this. He's going to keep going for these kills. He does not have an ultimate. He has no mana, and it's on cooldown for 1 second.
Oh, no.
But he's going to be able to pick up Shaitan at least. Maybe.
He's gonna blink. Blink! Oh,
Oh, Ursa!
but Earth's here.
Look out! Nikwa has nothing.
Oh, wow.
He has no mana for a vacuum. They're trying to stop him. They're trying to get in front. Nikwa, oh, run away, man. There goes the Surge. Snoopy, another 2 seconds for a blink, but he's going to get disabled, and they're going to turn around on this. It could be big. Wall Eater does get stunned by the Beastmaster Roar, but they're going to keep going on Snoopy, and if Snoopy goes down before any teammate help, this could be really bad. He does. He gets taken out again. This just really feels like sloppy play from AL. I mean, I think they had some serious advantage at one point. They had a over 12,000 gold lead, and now it's just dropping downhill a little bit.
They're definitely way overconfident right now. Like, those 2 plays consistently might have just given Keita a Roche. I'm not 100% sure. I think it might have. The damage they have is pretty fast with that anti-mage.
Yeah, and if they do pick up this Aegis, that means that's a buyback from Ursa. Oh, they're gonna back out.
Oh.
They don't think they can do it. So Ursa buyback was worth it there. He did save the Roshan, and if they can pick it up as well, as long as they don't get picked off here, they're 3-manning it right now. They're gonna get some support coming in. Beastmaster is here now with his ultimate. Swap. Lust is gonna go on Quicks. They want to take out those disables as fast as humanly possible. Nice little big vacuum into the wall, and now they're gonna have to back out. AL is leaving. They're turning around. Wall Eater, he might go down. The pipe is up, but Snoopy gets stunned. Oh, there goes the ultimate from Wall Eater, finishing off Snoopy, and Snoopy is gonna keep going. Or Wall Eater's gonna keep going. He's gonna chase the Panda illusions. Meanwhile, Godot gets the stun. Oh, he misses the stun. He misses the stun that could have finished off Wall Eater potentially, but instead, Keita's gonna clean up everything. Panda's the only one left alive. He's gonna come away from his pandas in a second here. The last one is gonna go down. There it goes. Now they're just gonna turn on him and destroy him. Couldn't even get off a thunderclap there.
Oh, he disconnected.
Oh, that's really.
I think he could have blinked maybe, and he disconnected. Oh, wow.
They must have been. Oh man.
That's really unfortunate.
That is so bad.
Keita's gonna get the Roche now, too.
Yeah, so that means a buyback from Ursa was worth nothing. On top of that, they just gave away a lot of gold and a lot of experience in a lost team fight, and the Aegis still goes to Animage.
That's huge. I think Keita's gonna be able to. I don't know how much gold this anti-mage has. Oh, he's 3,000 gold. Plus, there's gonna be this kill and a Roche. He's gonna have around 3.5, 4k gold. He's gonna be able to get whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a heart. I'd go with a heart this game, just because I don't know. A BKB versus a Venge Ursa Beastmaster doesn't seem like it'd be 100% worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a lot of stun, but I'd go with heart, more survivability. You'd still be able to maneuver in the fights. So.
And there goes Shaitan. He's not going to be able to get out whatsoever. Let's go over and let's look at the items real quick. We saw, of course, Manta picked up on Wall Leader. But other than that, Pipe and Mech on Darkseer. He fully committed to those team fight items, which they really needed. But other than that, AL, I don't think they have picked up anything recently that way I haven't already mentioned. But of course, Wall Leader does pick up the Aegis.
Boosted travel on Panda, I think the newest item they have.
Oh, he does have them. Yeah, good call. I think I just blank out boots all the time. I'm like, it's a boot-shaped item.
I think the point of that is so that Panda can just TP. He can be kind of like a Furion or a Spectre. He can just farm a lane and then TP to the Hawk or the Pig that Beastmaster has and just show up in the fight. That's a good pickup, I think. He's just going to split push and do whatever he wants.
Yeah, and I think that's, I mean, especially addressing how well... I mean, first of all, AM has gotten farm now.
Yeah.
And they can start winning team fights now. I think before this, I don't think they were really in a position, in my opinion, to win 5-on-5s. But... And all of a sudden, my
it's going to be really hard.
Going to shit. There we go. That's better.
He's 5.5k. I think he is going to end up going Heart. I could be wrong, but Heart looks like a really safe item, a really good item. He can stay in the fight like longer over a BKB because he's just going to be CC'd down if he has a BKB. They're just going to roar him and focus everybody else, I think.
What do you think about late Bloodstones? Like Leshrac is going to be going for a Bloodstone here over say like a BKB. Or even, say, a Ghost Scepter if he's afraid of Animage jumping on him. Do you think that that's a better choice than trying to disable, watch out for all the disables and magic damage? Or, what do you think?
Honestly, I think BKB would have been a better pickup. Like, the only time I'd pick up a Bloodstone on Lesh is if you were getting it before the 20-25 minute mark. Because at this point now, I don't think that they can... Like, they have to roam so hard and successfully win team fights consistently to make that Bloodstone useful. And if he had a BKB, he could just run around in the middle of the fight doing whatever. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I guess we'll see how it works for him.
Yeah, I mean, granted, we're also talking about we can't give him too much shit because we're also talking about the fact he probably started that Bloodstone around the 20-minute mark. So
yeah, probably.
But yeah, I would agree. I mean, that is the reason I brought it up. I thought it was kind of interesting that he was going for that massive blinks on Bleak. Oh my goodness, they really want that. Unfortunately, he blocked the team out. They're going to keep going. Wall Leader is going to keep going for this. And this could potentially be a big turnaround. He does have Butterfly, though.
Yeah,
that's added a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Shackle is up. Ursa
is doing...
He's going to just go on apeshit. The Panda, oh my goodness, they're going to be another 2 kills. Shadow Demon is going to go down here, absolutely. Can't even get that off. They're going to try and turn on Wall Eater. They hit the ultimate on him, but, oh, can they pop him? Oh, he goes down. There goes the Aegis. And Panda ultimate is just crushing things left and right. This is such a bad team fight for Keita. Keita, Wall Eater might go down again. They've successfully, there it goes. The blinks finish him off.
That was a really good play by AL. They baited the anti-mage to blink into 3 of them, and then Ursa and Panda just blinked into the middle of their team and just tore them up. Like,
yeah,
anti-mage had already used blink, so he couldn't blink back. He was just in the middle of 3 heroes and just got stunned over there while they tore them apart.
And what looked like AL sort of giving away a big advantage has turned into Rax. Very well executed team fight by AL. And, man, it just goes to show. I mean, granted, it's only 35 minutes in, and there's still a lot of time for AM to get strong. But they're going to go for the second pair of Rax right now, and unless they defend this, I mean, I would say 2 Rax is pretty much game. I don't think, and it's possible for them to come back, but against a team like AL, I just don't think it's probable.
They can get all 3. They should go for all 3. Like they already used all their ultis last fight, so they don't have a wall, they don't have an echo. I don't think there's any way they can defend against the auras they have with an Ursa. Like, they just take towers and Raxes so fast. With creeps pressuring the tier 4s as well.
Yeah, they're going to pop out. Oh, they're actually going to keep going for this. Shaitan is going to jump in. He needs another 15 seconds for his ultimate. He just needs to live that long. Jumping on Nikwa. Nikwa does get untrapped. Meanwhile, Nagaraya does jump in, trying to do what work he can. Shaitan trying to chase down the disables on Quicks. Nagaraya, oh, he's so low, but Stoopy and Shaitan are not able to keep going. Wall Leader is going to try and turn on this. He might be able to pop Godot. Godot, nice vacuum. getting all of them together, and Keita, Wally's just going to keep going. There goes the Panda ulti. But the question is it enough? He's going to start chasing in, and he's going to go for those supports. Meanwhile, AM is going to try and finish up and keep going for Snoopy. Look at all this Snoopy. He has no more mana left. Popping the ultimate, just a couple more hits. He's going to be able to finish off that kill. Now Panda, who got picked up the Shadow Shaman kill, is going for Nagaraya. Nice blink right before that attack goes off. And so that means Panda is done for. As soon as that ulti wears off, he is absolutely done for. He's going to blink out, and doesn't matter. He's going to go down. So potential turnaround time for Keita. They take out 3 heroes are down right now. Or more like 2. But it's the 2 important ones. For 70 seconds, you have Panda and another 45 for Ursa. If they can push right now and take maybe a Rax and only be 1 Rax down, that might be enough to even up the game.
I don't think there's any way that they can. Like, top is still pushing in Radiance. Oh no, it's just kidding. There's the extra 3 plays. Well, bot's gonna start pushing in harder, so Darkseer's not gonna be able to come to the fight. And they're all low. They need to heal. Ursa's gonna be up in 20. Yeah.
So if you were in Keita's position, what would you do? Would you try in some sort of weird smoke gank? What sort of crazy things would you do here if you were in Keita's position?
Let's see. Well, we'd keep AM in the top lane, and we'd probably buy him Boots of Travel. Specifically so he can keep farming, like the actual good farm, and then he can just TP to fights whenever they're about to start. I don't know. I can't really think of what they can do, because there's just so much CC that they have, and Anti-Mage doesn't have any health. Like, he's gonna get...
Yeah, in middle, he's gonna go down here.
Yeah.
3 stuns.
If he would have had a heart right there, there's like he would have been at half HP maybe. I think that's game.
Yeah. Keita getting 3 heroes knocked out while having 2 racks down. Yeah, that's definitely game. Unless all 3 of them have buybacks, which they don't.
AM doesn't. Yeah. Like right there, that was an example of Anti-Mage had a butterfly, and he does a lot of damage in team fights. But the second he gets stunned, he's just out of the fight. Like, they're just gonna chain him down and kill him because he doesn't have any tank ability. Like, so I don't think Butterfly is a great against, like, especially against the team they have. Look at their team. The only physical damage they have is Ursa, and they just chain him down with spell damage, and he's not gonna live.
All right. Well, GG, well played, being called out by Keita. We're gonna go into game 2. This is a best of 3. So AL, Absolute Legends, does take game 1. And I would say is something of a bit of surprise. I mean, they took Mouse, and they obviously, that gives them a lot of credit. But before that, they haven't been, one of the top-ranked teams. So AL is definitely just reviving something. I mean, taking out Mouse and now Keita in one tournament, I mean, they just put themselves in a top 10 area just between these 2 games.
Still gotta take them out. Still another game, possibly 2.
I know. I would love to see a best of 3. I mean, these games were definitely very, very good. This game was. Anyway, there's the scoreboard, and then we're gonna go ahead and take a little break while we get into the next game. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.